Thank you very much. I'm excited to be here to talk to you today. And I was just invited to talk about what we do at the Office of Service Learning. A lot of what I'm going to be talking about is like undergraduate programs and so on, but I think it's going to be very important for you as a graduate student, both in terms of the fact that educators throughout K through 12 education are going to be looking at civic engagement and civic involvement as part of the thrust of the curriculum for K through 12 education. You know, they're more and more talking about servant leadership, getting students involved in community service, organizing this around certain themes and so on that occur in the classroom. And so talking about and what service learning is, you know, is important, I think, for professionals. I also think that just talking about what service learning is a great way for personal development and professional development for emerging teachers, whether you're undergraduate or graduate students. How can you learn who your community is? How can you interact with your community? How can activities like this make you that much more effective for people who are dedicated to being teachers? So I'm here, I've got this PowerPoint is getting involved in service learning at MU, and it talks about a number of programs we have here on this campus. But more than anything, I hope this is a way for you all to creatively think about what you might do, where we have resources. More than anything, come by and sit down and see what sort of activities are going to be available for educators if you're interested in community development. Or maybe you're just interested in how much you really love to get involved in the community and perform service, because that's important as well. I'm going to watch here's my PowerPoint, and what I have up here right now is a number of national awards we've received. I'd just like to put this up here first because we're really super proud. But second of all, and I think it's important as well, is MU and MU service learning programs have extensive long-term and sustainable partnerships with community agencies, and every step of the way we've really looked for excellence. And this is one of the most engaged campuses and one of the most awarded campuses for service learning activities and civic engagement activities in the United States. And that's something we at MU are all proud of. And I think another thing that we're proud of, what I'm most proud of all, is this had nothing to do with me, really. I mean, I've just been here and I direct the Office of Service Learning, but it is in fact the ongoing intensive commitment of students and faculty for the last 20 years that has built this program to be the kind of program it is. We have a committed faculty and we have committed groups of students, and I'm just there to help in any way that I possibly can. And so I think this is why I include this slide, because I'm so proud. Also, we won 3 awards from President Obama over the last few years, and I kept applying thinking that if we kept getting them, that we could meet Obama, but it did not happen. But we'll try again next year and see what happens. When we say service learning, I'm really talking about curricularly based or academically based service. The way we define that in our office and on this campus, and we distinguish it from co-curricular activities, something I think is also important to education professionals, is service learning courses include community service as part of the homework. Now, you all in College of Education do all sorts of different service learning courses, and we support the LTC program extensively in finding community placements and tracking student activities. It's just our hope that what somebody does in a service learning course can be applied in the community to help them to be better, more impactful, and more effective servers. And conversely, what happens out in the community comes back into the classroom and really transforms knowledge in concrete ways. And I know also that here at the College of Education, you know, there's a lot of conversation going on about transformative experiences, a new movement in the College of Education for both graduate students as well as undergraduates. And oftentimes we think of a real cornerstone of transformation is the way that these field experiences in our community, and anything from after-school programs to people with disabilities to senior citizens, as part of what is a transformative experience for MU students. Another thing that I really love about the service learning program is what we do, what our faculty, what our students do as an ongoing basis is we meet real needs. It's a win-win situation. This is not something we do to the community. It's something we do with the community. On an ongoing basis, we engage in meaningful dialogue where we ask about what needs to be done, and then we try to respect this, and we try to react in terms of real community development. So this isn't just something that somebody thought of in a classroom, like what are we going to do to the community today? We actually went out and asked. And that makes it more meaningful for all of our students and all our faculty on campus, that we know that we are making real impacts and meeting real needs. Some of our numbers, we got about 4,200 students participating in service learning courses last year. This year I think it's going to be around 4,400. Last year was about 180,000 hours of service, and the ones I count, the only ones I count are the ones through classwork, right? I don't count ones that are co-curricular in nature, that are volunteer. We can't. So I think maybe this is just a small percentage of the amount of engagement that we're seeing on this MU campus. That's pretty exciting. There are each year about 250 sections of service learning courses on our campus. And at this point, we're working with about 310 partner agencies. That includes schools, after-school programs, everything from veteran services and working with the homeless, public health issues, to working with people with disabilities, seniors, children. It is an enormous cadre of partners that we work with every single year, and it includes government offices as well. I think what's very exciting also is that you know, when something gets really big, right, it just gets really huge, and this is a large program, one of the larger ones in the country, with campus-wide involvement, they think it's going to start to lose its quality or suck. You just go, all right. There's so many students involved, but last year our community partners rated 94% of service learning students as excellent in every professional category. When our assessments of students come in, because our agencies do assess students throughout their semesters of service with them, it's like Christmas or something. It's really a love fest. Our students do a beautiful job, and I think that the neat thing about that is that when they're out there in the community, they really take responsibility. They really care. They really see a lot of meaning in that, and it translates into the excellent work they do. So as large as the program is, I'm just always excited by the quality, and we're looking at our end of the semester assessments are coming in about 3 weeks. Our mid-semesters were excellent. I'm just looking forward to see what happens. Let's talk a little bit, not just about what we do and sort of this profile, but how you all might get involved. One of the most interesting, easiest, perhaps most convenient way is look at the MU Serves, all right? And you will be, you are looking at this PowerPoint right now. Look at MU Serves at missouri.edu. It is a website with more than 320 community partners, and we ask on an ongoing basis every single month, what things need to get done in your agency, what programs need to be developed, what one-time service activities, what special needs do you have, for instance, cleaning supplies for True North, or baby diapers, toddler diapers, particularly for Birthright. We get a whole lot of requests from agencies all across campus, and you can go into MU Serves and see one-time service activities you can engage in. Just go right on there. You can see special needs if you're interested, if you're part of a student group, perhaps through the College of Education, and going, what service project can our group do? Take a look. There's a lot of different things that are available to you. But say you're interested in more long-term service, we also have for every single agency a contact person and programs that are listed that talk about what sort of things they need for you to do, what sort of activities you can get involved with. And the cool thing about this database is that you can search it according to agency name. A lot of people feel real devotion to or interest in, say, Boys and Girls Club, which is this wonderful, noisy, chaotic after-school program where students start just yelling when they get off the bus after school and they're running towards the door, you know, yelling to the volunteers, guess what I did today in school, you know, and it's just full of wonderful energies. This wonderfully organized Moving Ahead program after school in the Douglas Park area, where 75 children from public housing come just about every single day and get homework help and educational enrichment activities. There's many things that you can search out there. You can search according to your professional interests. Certain skills you have. Maybe you're interested in grant writing. Maybe you're interested in developing in terms of community development or social justice issues. You could also just search according to personal community issues that are interested in you. Of course, always youth. Something we know people in education and myself are always interested in. Special education. All right, you can look up people with disabilities, children with disabilities, social justice, women's issues, public health issues, all of these different things. So you can also sort of search this database of community partners according to issues where you're really interested and excited about expressing yourself through service. All right, skills, names of the agencies, things that need to be done right away, special needs, issues, all of these things are ways that you can search this database. We try to keep the information updated every month, and there's a name there, a person you can talk to and contact who has loaded these needs on and is waiting for an undergraduate or graduate student to call. So that's an excellent place to get started and find out about what the constellation of needs are in our community. In the Office of Service Learning, we've used this database and this MU Serves website to really set up a community impact and development model. Until about 6 years ago, we were really doing a clearinghouse where we talked to faculty, find out what kind of service they wanted students to do. We'd give students lists and they'd go out and find themselves something. And that was great in that it reacted to sort of temporary or one semester sets of requests, but we really felt that that clearinghouse was not very effective community development. We're now working through an impact model where we have 5 major service areas: public health, food scarcity issues, youth and children and youth, senior citizens. I'm trying to remember all 5 and my mind has gone blank. And we really try to make sure that we develop programs in partnership with agencies. We mobilize students from all across campus, and on an ongoing basis every single semester and many summers as well, those programs are sustained by the students from all across MU who really fulfill those roles that need to be fulfilled, and agencies can count on them coming back and back and back. We continue to place. We're very excited about the sustainability model, and we're very excited about the program development that we've engaged in the last few years by changing from a clearinghouse to an impact model. If you're interested in that as a professional and a graduate student, come sit down in our office and let's talk about how it works. This might be something you'd like to get involved in through our office. I brought a number of handouts for you all to pick up in the office if you're interested. We have an MU Community Engagement Project. This is sort of my baby. I started working with this project in 1990 and with 15 students. We work with about 80 to 90 students a semester now, and it was our first service learning program. It was so successful they asked us to model this sort of pedagogy on a campus-wide basis, and so it started with 15 and like so many more now. But we still, for 23 years now, have taught the MU Community Engagement Project. We have lots of College of Education people who are interested, and we have lots of College of Education graduate students who have served as TAs in this in the past. We have worked with graduate and undergraduates in our Civic Leaders Internship program. We work and think about the constellation of professional skills that you can gain, because yes, you all are trained to become teaching professionals, but we have had many College of Education graduate students and undergraduates who have taken the time to, say, work with a senator or representative in Jefferson City, like Mike Lair, for instance, at this point, Representative Mike Lair, who's very important in K through 12 education and is on these committees in Jefferson City working right now as we speak. We've had a lot of College of Education people work with them because it's important not only for you to develop as professionals in this context, but how does your government work with education? All right, what is public policy and how is public policy made? Right now, Mike Lair worked really very hard on protecting teacher tenure in the state of Missouri, and it happened just this week, and we had College of Education students working with him. This might be something that you're interested in doing. As a teacher, you will find more and more you're knowing your government and knowing how your government works and how public policy is made for you is a really important activity to be involved in. If you're interested in an internship of that kind or getting involved that way, come to our office. We have about 110 to 120 requests every single semester. We place 80 to 90. All right, and so there's room for excellent, interested in students who want to know how their government works. We also have a large non-for-profit internship program. We've had College of Education graduate students and undergraduates who are interested in working with executive directors and after-school programs and educational programs in our community. I think that's once again a really important professional development track that you might be interested in pursuing. Whether it's for credit or not, whether it's part of your graduate program or not, I'm not even sure that that's so important by the time you're a graduate student. It's up to you as an individual to put together a number of professional activities. Come by and see if this is something you want to do. It, of course, doesn't need to be credited, but you might indeed really want to work in a top-level internship working with executive directors and nonprofits in our community, because that will make you a stronger and more effective teacher, or seeing how your government works. But we'd love to see you on that. We also have several international service learning programs. We have doubled the capacity of our Ghana program. We have many education students that work in schools, in villages in Ghana, work on public health and sanitation education issues, women's health and education issues, adult education. It has been a remarkable journey over the last 5 years developing this program. And beyond international service learning, or I think we just changed the name this week, we're calling it just global service. In our global service programs, we now have a talk program where the Korean Ministry of Education has given us 20 spots every semester for MU students who apply through our program to run after-school English education programs in Korean rural public schools. We've already sent about nearly 40 students over the last couple of years. They're particularly interested in College of Education students. If you're a graduate student, you can go. If you're an undergraduate, you can go. And if you're graduating, there are spots for you. I've never able to fill all the spots we've been offered. And once you are recruited, all of our staff has had training in Korea to do this. Once you're recruited from our program through the Office of Service Learning, they take our recommendations and they give you a spot in this wonderful program. The cool thing about the talk program is that everything's paid for. They pay for your plane ticket. They pay you a monthly stipend of 1.5 million won, which is about $1,300. But you can tell your parents and your loved ones you're earning 1.5 million Korean won, all right? South Korean won, which is nice, all right? They provide you an apartment. They provide you a teacher mentor. They provide you a Korean college partner who works with you as you become adjusted to the program and the after-school program in the rural schools in South Korea. And I've had so many students go, so many College of Education students go, and they said it was one of the most important experiences of their lives. If you've always want to engage in something like this, perhaps haven't been able to afford study abroad, if you're interested in Asia, if you love children, they said you have to be interested and want to come to Korea. They said you have to be service-minded, and they say you have to love children. Those are the 3 top requirements for the talk program. If this is something you're interested in doing, come and see us. We always have more spots than we can fill, but we only take qualified people. So it's not just everybody who walks through the door, but if that's your profile, come and see us. It's a remarkable, wonderful program. We offer an academic minor in leadership and public service, and we have had several graduate students who have participated in several of these service learning projects, if you're interested. And finally, my last slide for today. For more information, this is an easy one to do, servicelearning@missouri.edu. We have so many projects and programs to help you work with your professional development, or if it's just for your personal development, that you're a person who's engaged, you care about your community, and you're looking for interesting things to do, please just contact. We're happy to answer any questions that you have. And thank you for your lunch hour.